Okay, so Until Dawn 2. I mean, what is going on with that? It's been how long since the first Until Dawn came out? And here we are, still waiting. I mean, what have they been doing this whole time? I mean, we all know that the game was good. I mean, it spread through word of mouth. It didn't have a lot of advertisement, but the game was good. And I don't know about you, but I'd like to see a sequel. And I'm wondering what the hell happened with that. So let's look into what they've been doing. Okay. What's the developer name? Let me get this. Supermassive Games. Supermassive Games. They've been working on pretty much just PSVR games. Now, I got nothing against PSVR. I actually have a PSVR. I like VR. I don't think it's a gimmick. And, you know, I like to see more VR games, more high-quality VR games. But that's not the discussion today. The discussion is, you know, when are they going to come back and make Until Dawn 2? So, you know, looking at Detroit Become Human, it just came out, and I'm just like, you know, they're great at what they do, but I saw Until Dawn as just a much better done, more polished version of it. I think Supermassive Games has a better handle on what needs to be done in these games to engage the player, to get them more interested in what's going on, and to just, you know, make the game more enjoyable to play. I really don't think, and now I haven't played Become Human. You know, I played the demo, but that's about it. So I don't know exactly if this new one might bring that, but I know the older games made by Quantum Dreams, like Heavy Rain and all of them, have been, you know, they don't play well. They don't particularly feel great to control. You know, there's a lot to get into that. So we're not going to really get into the whole, you know, what's wrong with what they do. I just think when it comes down to it, Supermassive Games just has a better handle on it. And I'd like to see them take it a step further with Until Dawn 2. Meanwhile, here they are working on VR games. I mean, they're working on things connected to Until Dawn. You know, they have Until Dawn Rush of Blood, which is a fun game. If you have not played, if you don't have a PSVR, and you get one, that's a great game to start with. It's pretty much a roller coaster shooter, which it's a ton of fun, and it's a great way to show off VR. I love someone that has never played a VR game put that on. It's always it's freaking. So it's amazing to witness people start VR with that game first. But, you know, we can also look at the fact that they've made a prequel to Until Dawn, which is, the name is escaping me, let's see, the Patient or the Impatient? I think it's the Impatient. And, you know, by all accounts, reviewers aren't really digging that one. They aren't. You know, it seems like it's a slower paced game. It's not as exciting or well done, but I still have to play it. We'll see if I get to that at some point. But yeah, it's okay game, but you know, we need them to come back to PS. You know, we need them to come back and make that PS4 sequel. You know, whether it plays in VR, that would be awesome. Be awesome if it has the option. Because that's how I see VR as a good way of bringing people to the game, is to have the option of playing in VR. But, you know, make it a PS4 game first. Kind of like Resident Evil 7. You know, I'm sure they took some of those aspects into consideration, but it was made in a way that works in both aspects. That would be great. I would be up for that. But, you know, let's be honest. VR is not setting the world on fire, and we just want it. We just want a sequel on PS4, PSVR or not. So another thing that comes to mind is Supermassive Game are they being mismanaged by Sony? Because you look at a situation like Casey Hudson, right? On Xbox, he went to work for Xbox, and everyone's excited. You know, they're thinking, here we are with a really big part of BioWare, someone who worked on some big games at BioWare. Are we going to get a really good sci-fi RPG on Xbox exclusive? And I can see, I can understand people being excited, and that's why I could also understand when they were super disappointed to find out he's working on some freaking HoloLens games and HoloLens projects in general, and what's going on? Now, we don't know what happened with that. I don't know exactly. Did he choose to work on these games? Was it Microsoft who assigned him these games? I don't know. But it's a waste. It is a waste, and I'm starting to think that it's a waste of Supermassive for Supermassive Games to be working on PSVR games. So, what's going to happen? Will they ever come back and make the sequel to, Until Dawn? Because that's what I want. I'd like to see a sequel to Until Dawn 2, and I don't know, man. I don't know if we're gonna get it. I mean, I would expect that it did well enough. It did sell well, even if it was through word of mouth. It sold well enough that I think they're definitely thinking about it. And, here's the thing. I do think it's coming. I just don't know if it's definitely not going to come this generation. Maybe that's it. Maybe they're just waiting till next gen. Maybe they want to just impress people with the new technology, better graphics. Maybe there's just more they want to do with the original, that they want the technology to advance a little bit more. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Definitely won't be, obviously, anytime soon, but we'll see what happens. Anyway, I'd like to know what you guys think about this. So please leave some comments, some questions, what you think is going to happen, whether you think we're going to end up waiting till next generation, which is most likely. And yeah, if you like this video, hey, don't be afraid to hit that like button. This is the Honest Critic, as always saying, if you're going to be a critic, be honest. And I'll catch you next time.